I've moved out recently. I was living in Canada with my folks, and now I live in a little apartment in Little Italy. And it's taken some time to adjust to the new space, but I'd say everything is going incredibly fine.
Gosh.
Really? Hey guys, I know I haven't made a video in a while, so I'm so excited to be back, and I want to give you guys a quick update on the film and also some behind the scenes content. I'm happy to say that the film is so close to being ready. I'm just putting the final polishing touches on it, and actually recently I was looking on Film Freeway at all the different film festivals I could submit to, and I found out about this one local festival that I'm really excited about. That's been really giving me that extra push of motivation. The deadline is coming up super soon, so I'm in like turbo mode, all engines firing, putting the final polishing touches on the film, doing the color grading and the final sound mixing, and working on some VFX shots. Now, if you've been tracking with this YouTube series and this adventure so far, you'll remember that I've released one episode already on finding the idea for your film and talked about my own personal journey going through a bit of a stage of writer's block. And then I released a second episode talking about the writing process and also my experiences in high school and learning to embrace vulnerability and some of the themes that are in this film. And so to finish this journey of going through the process of making a film and what I've been learning on the way, I want to release 2 more behind the scenes episodes coming soon. The one coming up next is going to be on the pre-production process of planning the film. I'm going to share some lessons that I've learned. One of them was how to match your resources with your ambitions. Kind of that stage where you're sitting down at the beginning and you're thinking, okay, these are the dreams, this is what I want to happen in the script, and then these are my resources. These are, the money and the friends I have and the cool locations I have access to. How to really count the cost before you dive into things to minimize stress and make sure everything runs smoothly when you actually get on set. And then when it comes to being on set, we had an amazing team on this project that I was super blessed to work with. One area that I would like to improve in, I think, is involving the different teammates earlier on in the process and giving them more creative ownership over what they're helping me out in with the film. Like, okay, you're the sound designer. Like, you have creative control over the sound design, and here's just kind of a broad picture of like what I'd like to accomplish with this in the film. I trust you to bring your own creativity to bear in this project. I tried to lean into that in how I directed and managed in this film, but I think I could get even better on that in future projects. The next episode after that is going to look at the editing process. I'm going to talk about my overall approach to how I go through the editing process and what software I use. But really the main highlight of that episode, or the main focus, is going to talk about this principle of doing things in small batches. And basically with this approach, you do several quick, rough iterations or passes of your edit where you're just trying to get the story right as a whole, as opposed to jumping right into trying to spit out like a final polished version of your film and trying to get all the details right in the first pass. And I found this approach really helpful for trying to outsmart perfectionism and stay focused on the big picture and avoid getting lost too early on in the process, getting lost in the particularities, getting lost in the weeds, which is sometimes a temptation of mine. So that's everything. Stay tuned for more information about the finished film, which I'm so excited to show you guys. And please consider subscribing to my YouTube channel if you haven't already, so that you don't miss any of these things as I release them. Thanks very much. I'll see you soon.